Hey, everybody. Everybody's got that one artist they listen to that always surprises everybody else when they find out. For me, that's Jewel. Uh, I fell in love with Jewel the first time I heard her on Much Music. I absolutely thought she had one of the most amazingly beautiful voices of all time. I still do when it comes to this album. We're talking about Pieces of You. I picked this one up used for $5. This is the second time I've owned this album. My copy got lost somewhere along the way when I got together with my ex. And this is not one that got lost in the divorce. I think her sister might have borrowed it and it got misplaced or something like that. I don't know. All I know is I had it, and then one day I didn't have it. But this album contains really some of the most gorgeous and beautiful singing I have ever heard. So when it comes to vocalists, let's be very clear. Tina Turner, Ann Wilson, Liz Hale, they're one type of voice. You know, when it comes to rock, metal, stuff like that, those are the three goddesses, okay? When it comes to outside of rock and metal, we're going to go folk. Folk is where I like to go with Jewel. When you get into folk, when you get into anything outside of rock and metal, every other music outside of rock and metal, maybe not opera, because opera belongs in with rock and metal. Anybody that wants to argue that one with me, Nightwish. Okay, so getting outside of that, most beautiful voice ever. I still say she has the most beautiful voice. The only woman on this planet I enjoy listening to that plays acoustic and I think sings as good, if not better than Jewel, is my daughter. And that's not because it's my daughter. It's because my daughter's actually just really good. Anyways, let's get into the track listing on this album. Album opens up with Who Will Save Your Soul. I still love the song to this day. I love the simplicity of the music, but at the same time, it's so textured and full. And then, just when she's doing those choruses, man, oh, those notes that she hits, oh, so beautiful. Then we get into Pieces of You. This one definitely feels a lot more poetic to me. I really kind of like this one. You definitely would never get this one on the radio, and you put this one in the ears of the wrong person and they're going to have a freak out. There is a slur that's used in here, but the slur is used on purpose. Bundle of sticks used to describe gay men. That it's used purposely in here because the song Pieces of You is really about how you hate someone because you see pieces of you inside that person. And there's a couple of times in here where they get a little, but the whole thing is kind of going in there, and she's not using that slur to be insightful or hateful towards the people. She's using that slur almost as a take it back to spit it in the face of people that would say it towards homosexual males. Awesome song though. Very, very powerful song. Then we're on to Little Sister. I really enjoy this one. This one's kind of fun when it shouldn't be fun. It's got a playful, whimsical kind of aspect to it, which resembles the Little Sister, but you can hear the warning and the fear and the dread in it as well, which is great. Then you're on to Foolish Games. Oh, another one I just absolutely, her voice, man, just takes me away. And considering it's 5 minutes and 39 seconds, it's amazing that it became one of the singles. I just, oh, God. I think it was Foolish Games that was the song that made me fall in love with her. Then you're on to Near You Always. Just sweet, simple song. Really enjoy it. Then you're on to Painters. Painters is another great poetic kind of song. Really dig on that one. Clocking in at 6 minutes and 43 seconds, and you would never know it. Listen to this song, man. Like, it is amazing how long some of the songs get on this album. That is the second longest song at 6:43. But I mean, there are a couple good tunes on here that really clock in some time, you know, like Foolish Games, 5:39, Painters, 6:43, and then there's one more song that clocks in, we're kind of been up to shortly at 7:02. So after Painters, we're in Morning Song. Morning Song is one of those ones I love when the album's playing, don't think of it when the album's not playing. Then we're into Adrian, which is 7 minutes and 2 seconds, and this song is tragically beautiful. As a teenager, this was probably the song on the album I would have skipped the most. Only because that was a very difficult time in my life. It hit hard. But not because of the song, just the not related to the song anyway. It's just the song itself. It's so emotional and so raw. And once again, the poetry's there. And it really just, as an adult, it still hits hard, but it's a beautiful, beautiful song. I'm Sensitive is a great tune. I really enjoy that. It follows up Adrian really nicely. Really, really nicely. You Were Meant for Me. Oh, man. That was another great single, too, man. Absolutely love that one. Don't. Another track where when the album's playing, it's a great song. When the album's not playing, I don't think about it. Daddy. Ooh, okay. Daddy. This one is harsh. I really like Daddy. I don't know if this one's a personal one or not. I don't know if Jewel had issues with her father or not. And it's not, when I say daddy, I don't want to imply the concept of daddy issues. It's more bitterness at how dad's disappointed in you, but how is dad disappointed in you when dad's such a douchebag himself? And not for inappropriate stuff. Like, this does not. There's a few little wording choices that but for the most part, this is definitely not a Daddy Touched Me kind of song. Then you got Angel Standing By, which is a good tune, and the album finishes off with Amen, which is another good tune as well. Amen is definitely a song that had to finish the album. I really might have went with something just a little heavier at the end. And by heavier, I mean like Foolish Games, where it's bigger, thicker, had that more appeal to it, just to finish out the album nice and heavy and strong. This album was produced by Ben Keith, and I don't know how much Ben had to do with the track listing order and how much was Jewel. And I will say it really doesn't matter, because it's beautiful, beautiful arrangement and track listing, and I just really totally enjoy it. You got some simple photography in there. Lyrics are on this side. I'm old. I would really struggle to read those lyrics now. So small. I repurchased this album for $5. I would have repurchased this album for full price if I had to eventually. I do still absolutely love and adore this album. Tracy blows her mind when I listen to it. She goes, I can't believe you listen to it. And it's funny because every time she says something to me, I look at her and go, you listen to the Crash Test Dummies. And the reason why is Crash Test Dummies is the most folky listening thing that Tracy's got. And I've got Jewel, and my only other one I could go with outside of Crash Test Dummies is Tracy also likes Nana Muscuri. And no judgment for liking either of those bands. I've covered Crash Test Dummies, and I should get into some Nana Muscuri. Either way, though, folks, I'm getting off topic. Would I recommend this album? Absolutely. One, if you are a girl, okay? If you're a girl, you should already own this album. If you don't own this album, you got to go out and buy this album, okay? Every girl should own this album. If you are a girl who sings and plays guitar, you need to own this album. And I'm saying the word girl because I'm thinking of, I was a teenager when this album came out, and everybody I knew that owned this album were teenagers, so they were girls. Women, ladies, whatever word you want to use. Okay, 50% or so of the population should automatically just own this album. When it comes to dudes, I really think that if you are a dude who really loves music and a dude that's really into music, you really need to own this album. This is one of those must-own albums. I can't call it a perfect 10, but it really is a solid 8. Creeping on a 9. Like, this is one of those albums that really, I think, has been kind of lost over time. And, all right, I want to get really real for a second here. Really, really real. If you listen to Taylor Swift, you need to go out and buy this album right now so you will stop listening to Taylor Swift and you will realize how crap Taylor Swift really is compared to the magnificence of Jewel. Oh my God. So good. Just so good. Okay, folks? Just trust me on this one, okay? Trust me. Anyways, let me know what you think down below. Am I being too generous to this album? No. You say I'm being too generous to this album, I'm going to smack you. I'm going to come over there, I'm going to smack you, and then I'm going to smack your mama because your mama didn't raise you right to say I'm being too generous with this album. Don't talk shit about this album. But you want to talk all nice things, go for it. On your way down in the comment section, though, there are a couple links. Please check those out. Like button, subscribe button, bell for notifications. If you can please hit those, I'd really appreciate it. Otherwise, folks, peace, love, take care.